Welcome to Gen X TrustFall, the podcast dedicated to planned and unplanned midlife changes and the ability to trust in the unknown. I'm Carla Loomis. With spring in the air and concert season approaching, I thought I would lighten things up a bit. If you grew up in a small town like I did, concerts were a big deal, and snagging a ticket was like winning the lottery. On this week's episode, I chat with Donna Silva, my brother Nick Mariottini, and my bestie Ann Davis about their 1980s concert experiences. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so Donna, I would love to hear your 80s concert story.
So I'll talk about my Stevie B experience.
Okay, so sorry, I'm older than you. Who's Stevie B? I don't know him.
So he's considered, I think now they call it freestyle.
Okay.
And he was like Spring Love. That was like his first, I think, number one hit.
Spring
as
Love.
Far as,
okay, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah. Okay. And he, my girlfriends and I, we listen to a wide range of music. So I, especially from Hollister, right? You listen to country, rock. So I listen to all the genres, but Stevie B was like a big deal. So he was coming to Sherwood Gardens in Salinas.
Yes.
And at the time, I don't think they had seats because I remember standing the majority of the concerts. But a little backstory on this concert. It was a big deal for my girlfriends and I. So we were 16 or 17 at the time. And of course, it's the 80s. So we wanted to practice doing our hair and makeup. So like I showed you, I have a photo of all of us.
The picture's amazing. And we will try to put that up on the website because really everyone should see that picture. Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah. And it's again, so in this photo, the girls that I'm with, like two of them were total like cowgirls. And so we all dressed, what did they call that back in the day? That look was Dan always, what does Dan say? Hopefully I'm not offending anybody, but Ruka was the.
Oh, really? I don't remember
because it was kind of like, and we were not that.
Yeah.
But we had to play the part for this concert.
Of course.
We did our hair and makeup, lots of Aquanet in this photo.
Yes.
Yeah. So we practiced how we were going to look and how we were going to dress for this concert. It was that big of a deal for us.
Oh my gosh.
And I had no intentions of meeting Stevie B. That wasn't our plan. We were just like, hey, let's dress up. People that go to these types of concerts dress up.
Yeah.
And so we practiced, and then the night of the concert,
can I ask, did you have special tickets or you just had general admission?
General admission. Okay. I don't know that there was that for those concerts back then at Sherwood Gardens.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not VIP section over there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know. Did they still have concerts there?
I don't know. It's interesting because Nick's concert was at Sherwood Hall, and my first rock concert was Y&T at Sherwood Hall.
Really?
Same, yes. So,
interesting. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't think so. I think it was just general admission. And so getting ready for the concert, my brother was in college at the time and had decided to, and my brother's older than I am, of course, and decides to come home that night. And so my girlfriends and I are walking out of my room, and my brother sees the way I'm dressed. And he says, "What are you doing? Go back in your room and change. You're not going out like that. You're not going."
Gosh.
Yes. And tells my parents, do not let her go out like this. So I start crying. I just did my hair and makeup, and I start crying.
And the mascara wasn't so good back then.
No. And I have photos of that too, so I'll have to show to you. Because my girlfriends were taking pictures of me as I'm crying because I have to change this outfit that I had planned.
Oh, and you probably look so cute.
And well, I thought I did.
I'm sure you did.
So my girlfriends, they got to wear their leather mini skirts and look super, super cute.
Yeah.
And crimped hair. And, meanwhile, I end up with this outfit that I'm wearing because my brother wouldn't let me out of the house. And my friend, I have a girlfriend that is a lot younger, and I said, "Oh, my mini skirt." And so I showed her this photo, and she starts busting up. She says, "That's not a mini skirt." She's
that's like, down to your knees.
Yeah. So I'm like, back then in the 80s,
I know.
Okay,
yeah,
and I didn't have nylons on.
No, so, yeah, you were being really bad.
I was being bad. I was a bad girl. So that's the Susie Q concert that I can't talk about. So anyways, we go, and we decided that we were going to, after the concert was over, that we were going to wait around just to see,
of course,
if, if we could meet Stevie B.
Yeah,
and
why not?
So then I think we followed them out, and they had their the bus outside, and we met their bodyguards. His bodyguards. And got really friendly with them. Got some photos with them as well. And then they said, "Hey, he's still like backstage. If you want, we can take you girls back there." And I was like, "Absolutely, yeah." And so we go back there, and we met him, and I didn't have a paper or anything for him to sign. Yeah. And I wanted his autograph. Yeah. So he autographed my skirt, and
I bet your brother loved that.
Yeah. I don't even know if Frankie ever saw this, because he must have gone home. But I still have the skirt.
Oh my! Of course you do. Is it framed like on your wall?
It's not. It's in a box with all my like high school memorabilia and with my cheer uniforms. And
my
yes,
gosh.
I still have it, and I still remember it. Like, we were on stage. We went up the stage and met him on stage, and where they were putting the equipment and everything away. And he signed, and he was super sweet. And so every time I hear a Stevie B song, I just like, it takes me back to that really cool experience, right?
Yeah.
So like, this didn't happen in the 80s, but about 7 years ago, my sister took me to Rick Springfield, because I've always wanted to go to Rick Springfield. He was playing at a very small venue in Paso. Yeah. And we had assigned seats, but it was such a small venue, and he was really cool. Yeah. And of course, all the women there were like our age.
Gosh, I know.
And they're like, "Oh, sure." Nobody was crowding or being weird about it. And we met Rick Springfield, and I bought a Jesse's Girl t-shirt, and he signed my t-shirt. So I have a habit of like meeting artists and having them signed.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I've met actors and stuff, and whatever clothing I have on, I'm like, "Can you sign it?"
I was talking to someone about this topic, and they were like, "Well, I don't really remember the concert." I'm like, a concert is not about the music. Nobody remembers the music.
No.
Like, you kind of maybe remember like little things, but it's the trip, it's the getting ready, it's the
whole
planning.
Experience.
In the 80s, it was, I think, like I was telling my brother, I don't think I told my mom, "Hey, I'm going to a concert in Salinas, and we're gonna cram 10 people into a car and drive over there." I had laid across their laps. There were no seatbelt laws.
There was
no
seatbelt, right?
And so I was the smallest. And so I laid across everyone's lap in the back seat, because we had like 10 people in a 4-person car, 5-person car. Yeah. And we did that all the time. And I probably told my mom, "I'm going to spend the night at my friend's house," and then went out to a freaking concert,
Oh my gosh.
You could do that back then.
And that was the Y&T concert?
Yeah, that was Y&T.
And they still come and play in this area.
Yes,
and it's like a big deal, because Dan goes.
Yes, so does Angelo. He loves that Y&T.
Yeah, so does Dan.
and it's all, so when they had the Guerra concerts, they had Y&T there once.
I don't remember that.
This was quite a while ago. And
I don't think we went.
Looked up. I was standing kind of up at the top, like it's all kind of graded, and I was up at the top, and Angela, of course, was like, "I'm going down to the front," and it was all kind of pudgy,
middle-aged,
bald men standing in the front. There were no women up there. All the women were getting their wine way at the back, and all these middle-aged bald men up like rocking out to Y&T. It was so funny.
I'm pretty sure that's who attends all their concerts because the videos Dan has sent me from the concerts he goes to the Y&T every year. And it's like a big Hollister high school reunion.
Yes.
From my understanding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. Yeah. I think Angela's been to like 4 or 5.
Yeah. Because they play like in they were playing at I know Dan had seen them at the Catalyst.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think they played in Monterey recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Angela went to that one. Yeah, I think Y&T is like everyone's high school memory. At least everyone in Hollister.
Everybody in Hollister High from 40 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah. But like I was telling my brother and I were talking and I said, you know, in Hollister, there's not a venue. There still isn't a venue really. No. And so we went to Salinas. That was the closest. I don't remember going to the Catalyst, or I don't even think that was there then.
I don't remember if it was. And I mean, like I said, the concerts I attended were at Sherwood Gardens and Great America.
And Great America. I never really went to one there, but we would go to Oakland Coliseum or Cow Palace. Like those were the 2 places that we went, but it was a lot harder to get permission from.
And to get a ride when you're from Hollister and have to, or San Juan, and have to find people that are willing to drive. Exactly. I know. We didn't have a lot of options.
No.
Sherwood
and my
Gardens.
mom was not taking me to a concert ever.
Oh, no. I had to cry to go to New Edition, and that's how I got to go. I cried, and I think they felt bad that they didn't let me to go to Alabama.
Oh my gosh!
That same summer, so I got to go to New Edition, and that's New Edition when they had Bobby Brown.
Oh,
still. So it was like the original
nice.
New Edition. Yeah.
Did you sign your skirt?
No, I didn't get a skirt signed, but I did buy. I don't know if you remember, they used to sell roses at Great America. They were like a single stem.
No.
And like most amusement parks sold roses. And then they had the little water thing to hold the water. And so, my friend and I decided, we're going to buy those for New Edition so they know who we are. And we're going to go into the photo booth and we're going to take photos and we're going to put those photos in there and put our phone number, our home phone number. So we did that.
Like Bobby Brown's gonna call you.
I did have. I was hoping.
Yes.
Not Ronnie is the one that I had a crush on.
Okay.
Bobby Brown was not my no. So it was funny because I actually recently saw New Edition last month or the month prior, February. Yeah, I saw them. In January. I saw them in January in Oakland. And it was like they sang all their songs from the 80s. So it was like being back in 1985.
That's so funny.
But no, none of them called me.
Oh, damn.
I know. They missed out, I feel.
I know. Like, you could have thrown your... Well, no, you're married. You can't do that now. But
no, I
from back then...
I could have thrown my shorts or something, but... I was thinking that, they're going to catch this flower. They're going to see it. I mean, it made it to the stage because I was front row.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they're going to, see that this young girl has a crush on them.
From Hollister?
From Hollister? Yeah. But no, they never called.
Damn.
They never called. I always wondered what happened to those photos. And and I also saw... John Stamos at the State Fair.
Ooh.
I didn't know he sang, but that was like in 1986. So
wow.
I didn't get to do the fun concerts until like the early 90s.
Yeah, because you're younger. Yeah. And I didn't get to do that many. My parents were not like, hell yeah, go wherever, go do whatever. No, that did not happen.
Yeah.
But definitely like, I went to One Day on the Green, and that was pretty much like the peak of my concert experience. Yeah. It was Journey headlined, and I thought I was going to die. Oh my gosh. I know. I just thought I was going to die. Yeah.
And that was at Mountain View, right?
No, that was I think that was the Oakland Coliseum. Oh. Back in the day. They didn't have... Santa Clara didn't have a.
But Shoreline,
Shoreline.
Because I saw Rod Stewart there in the 80s.
Yeah. Maybe, but this was Oakland Coliseum, and and it was Journey, Triumph, Night Ranger, and Bryan Adams. And this was like Bryan Adams' first album. So he was not big yet. He was kind of like the opener. I think he was one of the early acts. And there was someone else, and now I can't remember, but it was, I could not. Again, I probably lied and said, I'm going to the boardwalk with Anne, and no, I was with my boyfriend and his 20-year-old brother, and we got to go. Yeah, it was great.
I bet.
Yeah.
What an amazing Journey would be.
I know.
The original Journey.
I know.
That's
exactly.
like.
Yeah. It was. That was the only time I saw them too. Yeah. Nick, thank you for coming. You're my first.
Thank you for having me.
You're my first family member, not besides Angelo. You're my first family member that's been on my podcast.
Well, I don't think any of your other family members are going to come on, but we'll see.
I don't think so either. At least not willingly. I might force them to or something, but yeah. So thank you. And I thought that with the spring season, concert season is revving up. So I thought we should talk about going to concerts in the 80s. Because I have great memories, not actually of the concerts, but the stories surrounding the concerts, like getting the tickets, driving there, what happened in the parking lot, what happened on the way home. I don't really remember the music at all. So I know you have at least one good concert story.
Yeah, way too many. Probably a lot more, but yes, like the one that comes to mind is my first ever concert.
Oh, and how old were you?
I was 14.
Wow.
And so that was 1980. Well, so I'm going to name drop for some people that are going to know names, but Kirk Ward and Jimmy Razzo were my best friends. I mean, we had far too many best friends back then, but they were two of the people I keep in touch with regularly still. And we've talked about this concert back and forth in text over the years. And, those guys remember far more than I do about that particular day. And we'll find out why later. But so, and then, we've rehashed this story. So I have dates in my head, and if they're not completely accurate, other people can weigh in by chat or something later and correct me. But yeah.
All right, so it's 1985. I was either a senior or I was gone because I graduated in 85. So I was either in Chico or getting ready to graduate high school. And because I don't remember knowing that you were going to a concert at 14.
Yeah, and I don't remember you being around for that conversation with Mom. I don't really remember the conversation with Mom so much as just the fact that she said yes.
Yeah.
That I could go, because I didn't go with her and I didn't go with Dad.
Yeah.
And I didn't go with another parent. And so the two people that took me and another kid that was my age. He somehow Mom allowed this to happen. And neither one of those guys, well, one of them was your ex-boyfriend. You can cut this part out if you need to. I won't name names, but he was an ex-boyfriend of yours from junior high, I guess.
Yeah. So Mom knew him.
So Mom knew him and apparently trusted him enough to let me go in a car.
Wow.
Well, yeah, and Kurt was the other kid's name. I'm not going to say his last name because I haven't kept in touch with him, and I don't know if he'd be okay with this. But yeah, somehow she said yes, and all my buddies were going, and so this was my first concert ever. Yep.
So can I just say that I didn't get to do shit when I was 14. I would never have been allowed to go to a concert. I wanted to go to a concert when I was either 15 or 16 with a guy that was my friend. We were only friends. It was Foreigner, and I wanted to go so bad, and my friend had a ticket for me, and I could not go, and I think I was 15 or 16. So I have a little resentment there, but okay, continue.
So yeah, the concert was Y&T, and Lita Ford was opening for them, and I believe that the album that they were supporting was In Rock We Trust.
Okay.
And so I was a big Y&T fan, as were most people from that area, Hollister.
Yes.
And all I knew was my buddies are going and I have to fucking go to this show.
Yeah.
And it was like a little bit of that, if you've ever seen Detroit Rock City, where they where they pursue Kiss.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Okay. With the side of, Dazed and Confused.
Okay. So the concert, so we lived in Hollister, grew up in Hollister, which is a small town, no concert venue. If you wanted to see a concert, the kind of like the second tier level of concerts were in Salinas. Like Salinas got bands like Y&T, but they did not get Journey or they didn't get Foreigner. So if you wanted to see them, you had to go like San Francisco, Cow Palace, or Oakland Coliseum.
Right.
Okay. So where was this concert?
This was in Salinas at Sherwood Hall.
Yes.
And contrary to what you've said, I have looked it up. I've tried to search online for that particular show, and I can't find that date in 1985. But I have seen different chat areas where they talk about who had been to that concert venue in the past, and I believe Journey actually did play there, according to people. But I mean, who knows? Like but if Sherwood Hall actually does have a listing of the shows.
Oh, okay.
I guess most of the shows that played there, probably not all, but a good number of them. So there are actually some pretty good artists that played there.
Yeah.
That we would be surprised to see. But
okay. All right.
So it was there. And, I went with these two guys that were technically adults.
My age, so 18 at least.
Probably. I mean, I'm assuming both of them were 18 after they graduated.
Yeah.
Hell, I don't even know if they both graduated. But they were your age. Yeah. Honestly.
That is some truth right there. But okay, go ahead.
Well, and for you two that drove me, you are on my Facebook friends list. So if you're listening to this, I am sorry, but I'm gonna assume both of you graduated, but I don't know what everybody was doing. All I knew was my mom thought you two were responsible enough to take me and my buddy Kurt as 8th graders to Sherwood Hall.
Freaking God. Okay. There's so much wrong with that, but okay. All right. So
the 80s were amazing. I mean, let's just
a lot of shit went on that our parents had no freaking clue. So, okay.
Yeah.
And at the end of this, I'll have to tell you my story about Y&T and Sherwood Hall and all that because I have one too.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So where do I go?
You get the go ahead. All right, you can go. Yep. You guys are stoked. You're like 14 years old. I remember you when you were 14 years old, and
it was a mess.
Yeah, I remember you trying to smoke some basil. Like rolling in a rolling some basil or something, herbs from mom's like spice rack or some shit like that.
Sacred Heart.
Yes.
Sacred Heart was the school I was going to at the time. And that was,
I don't know how true that is, but that's a vision that I have in my head. And I think it was binder paper that you were trying to roll a joint with basil and binder paper, something like, oh my God. So anyway, at least
it was Italian.
That's true. Okay. So you get the go ahead. You and your buddies are just can't believe it. And they pick you up, I guess, at our house.
These are like, I don't remember that far back. I mean, but specifically, I'm assuming they picked us up at, well, we would have been living on San Benito Street.
Yeah.
I think either San Benito or Cushman we were living. So they picked us up and drove us over there. And I don't remember like the ride over there.
Yeah.
And I'll get to the ride back later, which was far more interesting, obviously. But they drove us over there. I remember getting to the parking lot and then trying to find my buddies because they had been driven there by various people. I think one like Al Painter had his uncle or cousin. I think it was his cousin drive him there. And then Kurt Lazo went with other people, but eventually we met up inside. But I think I do think in the parking lot I might have had one or two Budweisers. I don't remember.
Okay.
Exactly how much.
Yeah.
But the beer was cold enough, and
and at 14, did you care about cold beer?
I didn't.
No, of course you didn't.
I remember it being cold, and so that was probably the surprise, because when we would steal them from Dad, we would usually just hide them in the garage until they warmed up, and I remember the beer was cold, and I think it was a Budweiser.
Okay.
It's either that or Lowenbrau.
I was going to say
Budweiser or Lowenbrau.
Mickey's Big Mouth was pretty big back then too. So, Okay, so you guys, pre-party in the tailgate in the parking lot, and then you go in.
We go in, and it was like, what did they have? They had some merch going on there because I bought my first concert T-shirt at my first concert. It was the Y&T in Rock We Trust shirt.
Nice.
And I probably just threw it on over whatever I was wearing.
Yeah.
And then kind of met up with the boys. And Kirk reminds me that he and I got to the front, and maybe the other guys were with us too, but I do remember getting to the front, basically the rail, as they called it.
Yeah.
And then Lita came out, and it was like electric sex on stage. It was insane. I mean, she was wearing fishnets.
Oh my
Kirk
God.
specifically fishnets and thigh-high boots. God. Lita Ford with the big hair, and Lita was she was out on her own and rocking. And I don't remember the album she was supporting, but it was surreal. And
my God.
like Kirk just reminds me, he's like, dude, we shot to the front. And I'm like, yeah, that's right, I was at the front. I thought I imagined it, but he's like, no, we did that. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say, I'll go with the memory.
Oh my God.
And I do remember at one point I felt like, because we were like reaching out, back then you could literally get right to the stage.
Yeah.
And I think I touched her boot. So I think that was like, it was.
Which if you say it quickly, somebody might think you said I touched your boob. So hey.
Well, I might as well have at that point, like in my mind, because that was Lita Ford, and
God.
she was like one of the only. I think they basically call her the queen of metal.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, she, And,
oh my God.
So she ripped through her set, and then. That was enough for me, but then Y&T came out, and, it was unlike anything. I mean, it was a religious experience at that point. I was never going back to, like regular music after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what a good 80s rock concert did for you back then. Like you just, because you felt it in your chest. I mean, it was like it wasn't just something you were seeing, and you couldn't, you didn't have access to that like we do now. Like, a lot of it, if you didn't have that album, you had to wait on the radio, which nobody played that kind of music you know what I mean? Like maybe KSJO, I guess that was the one back then.
We got it all. I got it all from your vinyl back then.
Yeah,
I would just
exactly
take your vinyl records and throw them on. And, I had already purchased AC/DC Back in Black on vinyl. That was my first ever purchase. And I bought it from a kid down the street from our house on Hermosa Way.
Oh my gosh.
And he sold it to me. I don't even know how much I paid, but
oh, that's funny.
And so that was my my entry into metal, I guess, if you considered. And then
back then it was,
but by 8th grade, I mean, I was showing up to Sacred Heart with like Motley Crue shirts, and they're like, you can't be here in that, Or actually, Free Dress Day.
Yeah.
I showed up with a Motley Crue shirt, and they were like, "That's too much," because it had like a devil on the front.
Yeah.
And they're like, "This is a Catholic school."
Exactly.
So, yeah.
What's your mother doing, letting you out of the house like that?
Well, I wore the Sacred Heart jacket over the top of it.
Well, there you go.
So she didn't even know what I was wearing to school on Free Dress Day, and then I unleashed that thing and. Kirk reminds me, he's like, you were nuts.
Okay, so the concert's over.
Anyways,
you guys, we're gonna go back. Okay, the concert's over. You find everybody.
Concert's over.
Probably
right.
You look for your buddies.
I found the two guys that drove us there. Kurt and I did, and then we get in the car and we start making our way home. And don't remember a whole lot of that either until we I remember getting to about San Juan, maybe just before, and it was so foggy, but the most vivid memory was what they had put into the tape deck was Metallica Kill 'Em All.
Oh gosh.
And I had never heard Metallica before.
Yeah.
And so here we were like heading down on that stretch home between San Juan Bautista and Hollister. And I mean, we were crawling at like no speed at all. I remember going so slow because they just couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And again, that was my memory. Yeah. Maybe if they listen to this, they're going to chime in and admit who they were and tell us the story. But I just remember Kill 'Em All. Like, what is this fucking sound coming through there? And thinking like, I might die tonight.
Yeah.
But if I do, like, I'm dying to kill them all. And
this is the song I want to die to.
It was the album.
The album. I don't remember
this is
the album I want to die to.
But yeah, I mean, and I asked him in the beginning, like, who is this? Like, this is Metallica, dude. And I'm like, oh my God, I am so home right now. Like, this is perfection.
Oh my gosh.
And so we survived. We got home.
Oh my gosh.
That was that. And then got back to school at whatever day we went back to school. I don't know if that was on a weekend, on a weekday. I mean, whatever it was, we get back and we're just comparing notes and, everybody was just over the moon. And I remember like one of my memories from the concert was actually Leonard Hayes was the drummer at the time. He's passed now, and Y&T's still going to this day.
Yeah.
But he threw his drumsticks into the crowd, and I just reached up and missed it, and I was so freaking bummed. Yeah, it would have been the classic first concert.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, all right, just missed. But
that's the movie version. When you do that's in the movie version, you get to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, just
that's awesome. Well, but only in the 80s could you get away with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And mom. I mean, could you get mom to let the 14-year-old troublemaker son go to a concert with two 18-year-olds?
Oh my God, I know. And I'm sure at that point, Dad had just given up pretty much. Like, your mother can make all the decisions. Like, she's, he probably was like, oh, whatever.
I don't even think he got wind. I don't even think he got wind of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she did a lot of like, what your dad doesn't know won't hurt him. Like she did definitely, like, I feel like half my life was lived without him knowing any of it because just don't tell your dad. Okay. That's fine with me.
She was our protector for sure.
For sure. So really quick, my story about that is I probably lied. So that was one of my first rock concerts. And Y&T, Sherwood Hall, probably a different year because I wasn't driving. So I was probably like 15, 16. And a bunch of people were going. I think we crammed like 10 people into like a Nova or something. I don't know. It was like a boxy car. My friend's mom let us borrow her car. Probably at least 8 to 10 people in that car. I remember laying across like everyone's lap because I was pretty small at that point. And so I laid across everyone's lap to get there in Salinas. So that's a 30-minute drive, 40-minute drive. We get there and we had seats. We didn't push our way to the front. We were in seats, and I was kind of like the mother hen of the group. I would have to say, like, my friends were quite a bit more wild than I was, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And
I remember your friends.
Yes. Yeah. And I look over, I'm on one end of there's probably 5 of us sitting in a row, and I look down to the person on the end, and they're sitting next to some guy that we don't know, and a joint is just getting passed down the line. And it gets to me and I'm like, no, are you fucking crazy? Like, you don't even know, here I go off. Like, what do you do? And they're just looking at me like, you're so, okay, Carla, whatever. They're all freaking loaded. And I can't believe that my friends are probably smoking a laced joint, like, oh my God. And they all still laugh at me like, oh my God, the guy it was nothing. Like, what's your problem? And I was so freaking stressed out. Like,
right.
So I don't remember the concert. I remember laying across everyone's lap, and I remember just being horrified that they were going to be
just
smoking.
Freaking out.
Yeah, they were smoking PCP or something, where it was like,
oh my
just
God.
Probably some really bad weed, but
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it was, and I'm sure I didn't tell Mom I was going to a concert. I'm sure I was like, I'm spending the night at Ann's tonight. Like, okay. Little did she know, I'm packed into a car like a sardine,
Yeah. I mean, that was the 80s.
It was.
I mean, that's how we lived back then. It was just.
Agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you just tell them, hey, I'm staying at their house. I'm staying at their house. I'm staying,
Yeah.
Everybody just traded staying at their house to their parents. And that's how we, well, Kirk was reminding me of his highlight, and he said I could use this. So he said his highlight was that someone had thrown a homemade banner. This is hilarious, actually. I can't do it without laughing, but someone had made like a homemade banner for like Y&T with their logo on it.
Yeah.
And they threw it up on stage. And so Dave Menichetti, the lead singer and guitarist, he holds it up.
Yeah.
And I kind of remember this, but I'm not as vivid as Kirk. Kirk remembers everything.
Yeah.
So he remembers Dave Menichetti holding this homemade bed sheet Y&T logo up. Yeah. And he says something like, fuck yes, this is so cool. I'm putting this up in my apartment. and Kirk's like,
you have an apartment?
Like, you live in an apartment? He's like, what do you live by Sunny Slope School in Hollister? He's like, you're supposed to be a fucking rock star with a mansion apartment. But that was also the 80s.
Little did you know Lita Ford lived in a mobile home.
Lita was parked. Her home was parked outside.
Exactly.
Sherwood Amphitheater.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's freaking hilarious. Oh my god.
That was. Yeah.
My roommate's gonna love it. Oh, That's awesome.
So ridiculous. I know. So yeah, I guess we can end on that one.
I think that's a good place to end.
Every time he tells me that, I crack up. I'm like, why don't I remember that more vividly? It should have stuck out in my mind.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And today is the day we get to officially talk about maybe the most historical concert that I've been to. And you were responsible for this concert in 1985.
I was.
Yes. Yeah, because you somehow, like, you arranged it or someone arranged it. I did not arrange this concert.
I don't know who got the tickets.
Okay.
Somebody else got the tickets, and I don't know if they bought them or they won them.
Oh, okay.
But somehow they obtained about 6 tickets.
To who? Tell people who we got to see in person.
Prince.
Yes.
At the Oakland Coliseum, 1985, for Carla's 18th birthday.
I mean, what more could you ask for in 1985 than to be wearing all purple?
Yes.
I might have had leg warmers on and got to see Prince.
Yes. I had purple ripped up tights.
Yes.
And a denim skirt. And lots of slutty makeup and hair.
That was it. I had feathered hair because
I think I had a half up, half down.
Okay. And you remember the details about this. We're not going to name names.
No.
We're going to talk about some other people that we went to high school with because I could not tell you. I do know that Sheila E. opened up for Prince. I couldn't tell you anything about the actual concert. I don't remember anything about the music.
I do, but I don't remember what the name of the concert was, whether it was a Purple Rain.
It was Purple Rain. I do remember
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
I do remember seeing the concert. I wished we had binoculars.
Yeah.
Because the girl in front of me did.
Yeah.
And I had never been to a concert like that. And
no.
It was just amazing to me. Just all the people and all the fashion and it was just so cool.
Yeah, it really was.
So cool.
Yeah, to know. And I have the stub. I have the ticket stub from that concert. Yeah. And the fact that it was on my 18th birthday, that it was Prince, just that he's not around anymore, like all of that. I think it's just, we're so lucky.
So lucky. And it was technically it wasn't our first concert because Neil Sedaka for your birthday. I think it was your 10th birthday, 4th grade, maybe.
Yeah.
That was at the Circle Star Theater.
Yes.
That was actually our first concert.
You know, that's true. That was my first concert for sure. And we just lost Neil Sedaka. I know you sent me a text about that. And love will keep us together. That was his.
Yes. That was calendar girl.
Mm-hmm. But we definitely improved our taste in music because
we did.
Not everybody got to see Prince, and we went. But let's talk about the drama that led up to seeing Prince because you reminded me of that the other day. I didn't remember that.
Yes. So, not sure who obtained the tickets.
Okay.
But it was our friend group.
Yeah.
And one of the friends obtained 6 tickets, and it was for Carla's birthday. So we all collaborated and said, let's go for Carla's birthday. I'm not sure who decided who was the 6.
Okay.
But but it was established. There was 6 people that were selected to go.
Okay. And to get tickets back then, you had to go to Salinas and you had to stand in line at ticket.
Yes.
There was a Ticketmaster booth in at the fairgrounds, and you just waited outside in line with everyone else. I think there were places in San Jose, but for us, the closest was Salinas. And they released tickets on a certain day at a certain time, and you got in line, and there were only a certain amount of tickets that you could buy. But if you were not there, you did not get tickets. So the fact that somebody did that was pretty amazing.
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So there's 6 of us going. We're not going to say names. You and I were always a team. There was never a question of like,
no,
we're a team. So we were going to ride up together no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is where the dilemma came.
Okay.
The transportation, because it was in Oakland, which is about a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
I didn't have a car.
Right. I didn't have a car. I had access to cars, but I did not have a car.
I did not even have access to cars.
I don't think you were driving yet.
I had my license, but I did not drive at all costs.
I don't think you yeah, I took driver's ed with you. I did not want to drive in a car with you back then.
No, I had a fear of driving. I was not reliable either.
Okay.
So I did not have a car. Someone in the group of the 6, I believe, had a Volkswagen Bug.
Okay.
And I don't know how all 6 of us were going to fit in the Volkswagen Bug.
Right.
But at that point, that was the only plan.
Okay.
So you had access to a car.
Yes.
And you asked your mom, and she said yes.
Uh-huh.
But we didn't want to drive.
Right.
Because we wanted to partake in
right.
Pre-game.
Right. And I did not feel comfortable driving to Oakland.
Right.
By my, on my own. It was my 18th
And
birthday,
I don't think your mom was either.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
Happy with us girls.
Agree.
Just driving up.
Yes.
So you recruited a couple of older friends.
Older guys.
That, not that we were in relationships with them. They were just friends.
Friends.
Total friends. That we asked, and your mom knew.
Yeah.
So she approved it, and we got to go ahead to take the station wagon.
Okay.
To Oakland with them driving.
The red station wagon.
But there wasn't enough room for 6.
Right.
And they had already established that they were taking a car.
Okay.
So we told them, well, we're going to go up in Carla's car.
Right.
And so-and-so and so-and-so are driving.
These 2 cool older guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That everybody knew and liked.
Yeah.
And the shit hit the fan.
As it does in high school.
Yeah. They were not happy. They were not happy about being split up. They had severe FOMO because we were riding with the cool guys.
Yeah. With an ice chest full of some type of 80's
refreshment.
Beer. Right.
Yes. And probably
some weed.
Libation. Yeah.
Yeah. Some weed. We can say it. It's legal. We can say it now.
It's legal. Yeah. We had weed and we had alcohol.
Yes.
And we were wearing purple.
Yes.
So anyway, a big fight broke out. At one point, I went to one of the girls' houses.
Uh-huh.
My mom drove me to pick something up or drop something off.
Yeah.
I believe before the concert, maybe after the concert. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And she and her mom cussed me out.
Oh,
and I left the house crying.
Oh.
And my mom drove me home. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
What. But I guess I was the messenger. I was the one. I don't know. I was somehow responsible.
Right.
And I was pushed out of that group.
Right. Okay. Well, that's how high school goes. That's what happens in high school.
Goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we went ahead and got ready for the concert. We got ready in your bedroom, the one where everyone could write on the walls.
Right.
And we got ready. We did hair and makeup and clothes.
Yeah.
And our other friend, who was not invited to the concert.
She didn't have a ticket.
She didn't have a ticket, but we asked her to come for the ride.
Okay. And
which made probably other people even more angrier.
And can we say
room
that
for one more?
She was kind of an innocent. Like, we were not innocent. You less innocent than me, but you, like, we were a team. And so she just was new to the group, and kind of new to the group, and just didn't do the wild stuff that we did. You know, that wasn't her, but she came along.
But she loved to watch the action.
Yes.
Even though she wasn't involved. She liked to hear about it and liked to be a bystander, but not a participant.
Agree. Yeah. So she rode in the car with us and these two guys, and we got there, and I do remember.
And it was raining that whole night too.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. But I do remember thinking somehow we might find a ticket like out in the parking lot. Like somebody might be selling one and she could buy one and come in with us. Well, that didn't happen. And so she had to spend like 6 hours with these two older guys that she did not really know. I don't think, I mean, she knew of them, but she wasn't like close friends with them.
Hang out with them.
No.
But she was excited to be a part of the adventure.
Okay.
Whatever the outcome was.
Yeah.
She was happy to be there.
Okay. So then we go to the concert, we come back out, and I'm sure we had a few, you know, we
couldn't
tailgated
drink in the concert.
No.
We drank on the way up in the car.
Okay.
Yeah. But we didn't, and they dropped us off. And then remember like running through the parking lot kind of in the rain and looking for the car.
Okay.
There were no cell phones. How did we find them?
No, I don't know how we found them.
We must have determined a pickup spot before we got dropped off. I don't remember, but I do remember running through the parking lot in the rain to get to the car.
Okay. I don't remember any of that at all. And then you reminded me that our friend who had been driving around with these guys all night had a story afterwards.
Well, I don't remember if they were 21, but they must have been. Well, I don't know. But they went to a strip club. Our little innocent friend, and she was little and cute.
Yeah.
And looked, way younger than 18.
Yes.
And they took her to a strip club, and she had a great time.
So how many of those things could happen now? None of it. Because one, you would never let two 20-year-olds drive your 17 and 18-year-old daughters somewhere.
God, no.
To Oakland. You would never
let someone else drive your car.
Right. You're not going to let someone else drive your car. You're not going to drive around with alcohol, you're not going to do that. You might have weed, but it'll be legal, but not if you're 18, right? So,
right.
No, like you said, no cell phones. How are we going to find these guys how are they going to know when the concert's over?
Right.
Who knows?
How did they know? I have no idea how we survived with no phones.
I know. But
some people didn't even have house phones back then. That's the friends that I spent the night at, because your parents could never confirm if you were there or not.
That is
she didn't have a
true.
Phone.
That's right. Or you tell them, they turn their phone off a lot. I don't know. They turn their phone off. Oh my gosh. Well, that's so funny. Yeah. Unfortunately, the bad part about not having a lot of that, not going back to the 80s is I think I have one picture of us from that night. And it's
I love it.
Before we left. So it's in my parents' dining room where we're dressed up. I think it's just one picture because you had to be very skimpy with your film.
Yes.
You had to be very selective. And so here's the one picture of us going to Prince. And that's it. No pictures from the show, no pictures, no selfies, no nothing.
No, nothing. But it was an amazing concert. I do remember that.
It was. Yeah. Well, thank you for being my memory for this event.
I love that.
Because it was so fun.
It was so fun.
And it's even more fun talking to you about it.
Yes, the memories.
Yeah.
Always the memories.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon. Love you. Thank you for joining me on today's adventure. Special thanks to Donna Silva, Little Nikki, and Annie Markham for their memories of a crazy but simpler time in music history. Thank you for listening to Gen X TrustFall. If you liked this episode or have a suggestion for a potential guest, please email me at gxtrustfall@gmail.com and check out our new website at genxtrustfall.com. Gen X TrustFall is produced by me and the recording master Ryan Loomis at Double Banger Studio. Music by Ryan and Sam. Website and advisory by Amy Clifford.